to the rockets. For the love of the chopsticks. Ran up for the plug, then I pop shit. Faced with immeasurable odds. Some of you niggas found pleasure in God. Measuring rod, they treasure their jobs. Athletic build, moving with purpose. Tapped in the magnetic fields, moving with serpents. Took my brokers a stroker. Al Roker couldn't predict the storms that follow, the porn that follow. Same a tree, that formed for Rollo. We made it rain and we burnt money. Bentley truck, interior burnt honey. Anyway, I take respect over riches any day. I take neck from your bitches any day. Penny weight, that's a neck full of riches, Henny straight. Shifting through paradigms, the color of Geechee Dan. Drifting through the Carolines, Gullah in the Geechee land. Time will tell. We move around the 33rd parallels, like Coney Island carousels. Fell asleep in Roswell, woke up in Cozumel. Pyramid hopping, chariot shopping. Number one seller, author of conscious fiction. Composition, confidence dripping. Continent drifting, a walking contradiction. With a contradiction. Brooms and mops, Mr. Clean. We conquered the kitchen, facts and fiction. Contrary to popular predictions.
All right. We ain't gonna go through the whole song. That right there is Bill Bixby. I'm open. When you hear that song, you already know that we coming with them flames. All right. Make sure you go and stream that on all streaming platforms. Go and support that. That's that Bill Bixby, the first single off of Scorpion King, Part 2. All right. Salute to the Instagram family. Haven't seen y'all in a while. I haven't been doing many lives. I've been working and handling business. I've been on YouTube on my channel doing my Melanin Mondays, Third Eye Thursdays, and we got a whole bunch of other uploads from this weekend, matter of fact, at BAM. So go and check that out. Shout out to Mr. G. All right. Shout out to everybody in the building. Can I get a roll call? Where's everybody from? I always like to know where the family is from. I don't just like dealing with numbers and names. I want to know states, territories, parallels. You dig? Miami's in the building, 305. Everybody remember this. Money is a major issue. Okay? Money is a major issue. Philadelphia, Shaker Mexham in the house. Go and get that book by Rox Ben about the real true history about Philadelphia. If you live in Philadelphia, you have to know about where you live. If you don't know about where you live, come to Black and Nobel and we're going to teach you about where you live. As a matter of fact, come on July the 13th. Pull up July 13th. July 13th, Red Pill, Blue Pill, Professor James Smalls in Philadelphia, sponsored by Black and Nobel. I don't think we're going to be at Black and Nobel's location. We're going to be at a black church. Philadelphia, Shaker Mexham. Pull up. Make sure everybody's in the building. Hopefully I'll see y'all at a Doomday. No, not a Doomday. At the Roots Picnic. Because I'm going to be in Houston the weekend of a Doomday. Indiana in the building. That's Saturday. Mm-hmm. Indiana in the building. Yes, Indiana in the building. Philadelphia in the building. Sanford, North Carolina in the building. Okay? Salute to y'all. North Kakalaki. Alright? Shout out to the family in NC. Georgia's in the building. Iowa's in the building. Southern Maryland is in the building. Louisville and Jersey's in the building. Jersey's in the building. Jersey! Shout out to all of my Jersey battle rappers. Jersey! I'll see y'all at Smack Gnome 7 in Houston. Loaded Lux versus A-Verb is on that headliner. Yeah. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to all of the North Kakalaka. We will see you soon. Philadelphia, PA. But we'll be in Philly. Pull up PA. Whoever's in PA will be in Philly. July the 13th. Boston is in the building. Okay, you living in Charlotte. We'll be in the Carolinas very soon. Okay, that's gonna be huge. Just stay tuned for that one. That's gonna be a huge announcement. And without any further ado, let me go ahead and bring my Breasure. We could form Wonder Twin Powers and go ahead and talk to y'all about what's coming up in Houston, June 9th, which is next Sunday, with Red Pill, Blue Pill, and Professor Griff as we continue our groundbreaking I'm talking about matrix shattering demonstration and composium that's entitled Fear of a Black Planet 2.
It is, now it's a verifiable piece of prophecy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about
it's
this
an
started 10 years ago.
It's an archival piece of prophecy that started a decade ago. Another thing that's on our 10-year challenge, is when we started our Fear of a Black Planet series. And here we are today, right? We're coinciding on the culmination of what number would you say this is? Fear of a Black Planet.
This might be like the 10th one.
Okay. Quite arguably the 10th series in this ongoing lecture series that we started back in 2009 in city of Atlantis. You know what I'm saying? And now, like I said, it's verifiable prophetic work that has been done, especially on my last few presentations when I have been tying in Harvey, right? Or more in particular, the American solar eclipse, okay? And then how they went from the great solar eclipse, of which I was in Mount Shasta at the time, and we did our eclipse rituals up there. And I'm telling you, that eclipse was some otherworldly shit. I ain't never experienced nothing like that in my life. Like
that eclipse was
the minute the sun got eclipsed, like we did ceremony from 3 in the morning, right, leading up into the eclipse to 9 in the morning, just to prepare ourselves. So we sat in the teepee and we did the peyote, you know what I'm saying? And we sat.
Yes.
No, we did the what you call it? The steam. What's it called again?
What's that?
Nah, when we go to the sweat. We sat in the sweat lodge.
Okay.
Yeah, we sat in the sweat from like 3 a.m. to like 9 a.m. And then the eclipse took place. And the minute this shit got eclipsed, son, everything dropped by 10 degrees. Like, it was the illest shit ever. All of the motherfucking insects that was cracking in, all of that shit stopped. Like, yo, it was some otherworldly shit. And the way that you seen the moon just eclipse it was just bugged out. And then when the fucking sun came back on, that shit was so intense.
What?
It was ill fucking matic. Like, it's like the lens had got refurbished because the sun was just at a different octave altogether. And then immediately following that started the cataclysmic, right, events of what they would term biblical proportions. You dig what I'm saying? So it's a real good thing that we're heading back to what's considered the Bible Belt, because I get to get on my Pastor Paul shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing my motherfucking, I'm going through my ordained minister shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through my course. So people, do not react when you see me with my motherfucking ministries. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, there's an aspect of gospel that is what we would consider, mythological and part of the mythos. But then there's an aspect of it right now that's manifesting itself on this plane. This applicable if you have eyes to see. So nobody's telling the good news, especially in this this alleged year of Jubilee, this 400-year Jubilee.
400-year Jubilee.
You know what I'm saying? Everything, whether we try to dip and dodge away from it, you live under what could be considered, theological, biblical times. Like, you live under Christianity. Your calendar is positioned where it's 2019, and we're identifying that collectively, and nobody is in opposition to that, nor do they have identifiable alternatives. Nigga, tell me what year it is in your motherfucking personal calendar of your ancestors, nigga. You're following this Greco-Roman shit. Cut it out. You dig what I'm saying? And allow us to give you the means and ways in which you can make the shit your own. Because if you're standing on top of the wave and surfing, as opposed to being underneath that shit and drowning, you got a motherfucking better chance of seeing tomorrow. And that's what this shit is about. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? If we're in motherfucking church, then I'm responsible to give you the motherfucking good word and tell you how to get up out of this shit. I'm not going to give you the motherfucking, the muck and the mire. You know, that's not our job. It's enough people doing that. My name is Paul. His name is Philip. So whether we wanted to get away and dodge this shit or not, you dig what I'm saying? My narratives are most powerful when I can tell them out the motherfucking good book. You dig what I'm saying? Because somebody got my namesake. Yeah, we got an ancestor on line one.
We got an incoming call. The ancestors calling. Hello? Yes. Yeah, Felipe and Pablo. Uh-huh. Okay, yeah. They said, all right, indeed.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. They said that they are conspiring for your success. They told you, they tell you niggas to stand up. Okay.
Right? So with all that being said, and the fact that in my lecture series, I've been able to tie, because the minute that the solar eclipse popped off, it was Hurricane Harvey. And then after Hurricane Harvey came Hollywood Burning with Harvey Weinstein. And all of that, when I say, and I've showed every single quote unquote natural disaster from that time to leading up until now has been motherfucking numbered with the 44. Every single one.
That's
you
a
dig
fact.
what I'm saying? Every single one. And 44 represents Aquarian. This is the signaling of the coming of this new age in this era. And it ushers in cataclysmically. You understand what I'm saying? But if you don't have a motherfucking surfboard, you're going to be all fearful. If you don't have a motherfucking ark built, you dig what I'm, if you don't have an arch with you, if you don't have the ark with you, you're going to be motherfucking fearful. Because the only thing that you can see from a biblical sense is your ass being underneath those waves. Whereas if I got to identify with a motherfucking story that's been forced on me, I'm going to be the motherfucker walking through the Red Sea or that nigga on the motherfucking arch. Doubled up. Never let a hard time humble us. The fuck is going on? Like, niggas want to be underneath these waves. Well, if you overstand this shit, if you control the narrative, then you a Skywalker. Bottom line.
Definitely.
So that's what the motherfuckers is like. We're bringing that level of life to this shit. Once again, and charging you a minimal amount. You need to be in the building and bring your people with you, because this is some profound shit. You dig what I'm saying? At least from the perspective that I'm going to lay it out. And I know that, you know, Red and Brother Griff, or, you know, they're very reliant when it comes to supplying the information that paints the picture where you can see the continuity of this shit and how it lines up in all faculties and facilities and things of that nature. You know, I'm going to get into the metaphysics. So people need to be in the building, because I got some profound motherfucking revelations to make. You know, the next series of predictions.
So those tickets, family, are on Eventbrite. I need y'all to go there and pull up Houston and then Fear of a Black Planet Part 2 and get your pre-sales. And I believe it's also going to be available for live stream. So it doesn't matter where you're at. You could bear witness to the conversation that's taking place in Houston. You could bear witness.
You could see this shit in real time for what it is, because, you know, it's the message of the day. We are the messengers. We're the Gemini. We're the Veggie. We're the twins, right? Once again, getting into symbol literacy. If you understand what these things mean in a mythological sense as well as the literal, because we qualify both motherfucking conversations, you would know what the fuck is going on at this point. God damn it, I'm not being polite. God damn it, no pun intended. But look, and we also wanted to speak on behalf of our brother Nick Cannon. Ain't no motherfucking body going no motherfucking where, running under no motherfucking rock. The story's been told. The ancestors is pleased. The work's been done. Ain't no fucking undoing it. You dig what I'm saying? Hit or miss. Hit or miss. The story's been told. You dig what I'm saying? Mama's been put back on her throne. It's time to rejoice. The motherfucking Jubilee is here. Let's go party.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on.
Nah, hold on. You talking about shit.
But I didn't even get to say a word,
money
bro.
and all that petty shit, like, huh?
I didn't get to say a word yet.
Okay.
All right. What are we in currently? Are we in a retrograde?
Are we in a retrograde?
That's what I'm asking you.
Nah, we're not in a retrograde. Oh.
Saturn retrograde.
What is it? Saturn's retrograde.
It's two retrogrades. It's Saturn retrograde. And there's Jupiter retrograde. So we find ourselves today looking at a meme, not an article from the New York Times, not an article that had no heading on it to say it's from a news source. A meme that had a quotation on it that said, Nick Cannon canceled Sabi documentary, period, right? And you niggas out there went completely fucking bat crazy, psychopathic, poverty consciousness, coon fucking buck dancing. The coonchus industry came out in all of their kente today in the comment sections. The shit that I had to read, the shit that I was reading, it's not even a meme. That didn't really bother me. You understand? That somebody was tagging me with a fucking meme and saying, yo, is this true? No, the shit that really bothered me was when I was reading everybody's toxicity that they love spewing on the internet that you don't even find in the fucking zoo and what we call the where the White Walkers are at, where the Walking Dead dwell. Even niggas on dope who be on the free track phones, they don't even tweet like these conscious toxic toxic Avengers do. Right. Like,
yeah, I ain't read no comments.
Nick Cannon had to, yo, there was dudes that were doing full like breaking news, full page ads, completely tearing down the brother Nick Cannon because of one meme that people started sharing on a nigga net.
Oh, so they were being critical of something that they accepted as a fact that they never
That's right.
Fact check.
It only. That's right.
That's what the whole fucking. This is what the whole lecture is about. Media manipulation of melanated minds.
That's right. So
a reactionary, impulsive, emotional people ruled by Cancerian energy. You dig what I'm saying? So, and you know,
let me share some with you. I find this ironic that people are succumbing to meme magic, like you said. This is an appropriate conversation because the title of the lecture in Houston is the media manipulation of the melanated mind. The media is new media / social media / old media / all of the other
media, right?
Medea, nigga.
Medea.
Hold on.
That magic. So that meme magic, you know, once again.
That meme magic. You know, where's that book at? Hold on. Let me see that. So we're going to get into this, family. We're going to show you how easy it is to manipulate human beings who are being programmed by what you call groupthink. Groupthink being a part and also called an egregor, meaning that people are being swayed and controlled by it's almost like a mind cloud. Right. But as they begin to trick you with simple meme magic, at the same time they're putting out reports. The U.S. Air Force have come forward and declared and publicly stated that there's UFOs, and they are basically admitting that this exists on the heels of what you saw Trump creating a space force. So you think that if you niggas get fooled by meme magic, by fucking a flyer, you have no defenses whatsoever. You have no art of discernment. You are going to fall for anything that's thrown at you. You understand? Because you will believe in video.
Huh? I said, and once again, going back to the lectures, who's been telling them since 2010 that we not a fucking loan?
Oh, you was definitely saying that. You stood on that. You put it all
Right.
on the line,
Yeah.
brother. You stood on
And
that.
shout out to my brother Delbert Blair. Shout out to
Oh.
not James Smalls, but there's an elder, you know him, of course. His name is Robert Smalls. Shout out
Yes.
to Lester Lovin. You know,
Yeah.
these are the
Lester
brothers that I
Levin.
met in around 2000 when I was first having these sightings that I couldn't quite make sense of. You know, noticing myself being followed by a light, not a orb, like a stationary light in the sky that would move with me. I'm like, what the fuck is that? A satellite? You know, the stars don't move and planets don't move. I'm like, what the fuck? Is it tracking me as a satellite? I'm like, whether it's the fucking government utilizing resources to track me with a satellite or fucking starship following me, god damn it, there's something about myself that I need to fucking understand. And that's when I started making my decision to slow down and really, you know, take things in stride and gain a better understanding of myself. Then I fell into a situation because my slowdown caused a slowdown in funds, and I jumped off the porch, you know, and made a move and got knocked. And that situation dried my funds up, but it ultimately led me to get introduced to the Moors. And that really started my whole Morpheus Odyssey. And then I went as Morpheus when it got Neo with the Red Pill. You know? And like I said.
So look. Yeah, say what you saying.
Nah, I'm just saying all of that to say that those brothers at that time in 2010, they started sharing their stories with me about what they have personally experienced with physical encounters of entities that was melanated, with afros and all of that. They said Delbert never talked about no fucking green men. Delbert said that there's ancestors and you know, entities that are out there that are fucking melanated, god bodies.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And then there's light sentient beings. The shit that I've seen, I never seen no fucking metals or nothing that I can account for. I see light sentient beings, right?
Fear.
The ship is in the shape of a diamond, and there's footage on it. Like, this is, you know.
So henceforth,
it's a
fear.
A tetrahedron for that matter. Go ahead.
Exactly. So fear of a black planet. That's what we're talking about. Fear of a black planet. People don't understand and they can't fathom and they can't conceptualize the fact that something greater than them exists in any other plane outside the plane that they can see or conceive on a silver screen. They have not been given that because all of that information has been guarded. This is what oaths are taken. This is what people die taking oaths. This is what secrecy is about. This is what top level secrecy is about. This is what this talks about. So we don't know about anything outside of the shit that we see in this zoo and what we've been fed through the media that we've only recently got our hands on. This shit is brand new. New media is brand new. The fact that we could talk to you all around the world right now in real time on a smartphone. This is a new concept.
It's all relatively new.
It identifies a whole new level of existence because you're forming a tetrahedron. You understand? This is a tesseract that I exist in a physical plane on a dot, a black dot right here where I'm sitting in my chair. But I also exist in a whole nother plane on this light realm. I'm being broadcast all around the world in all different countries
simultaneously.
And I'm right here, right? Huh?
Simultaneously, right?
Simultaneously.
According to a book written by Matthew McCullough called The Global Village. This was a book written in the 60s where he explained the process that Red is talking about with the tetrahedrons and the tesseracts and the whole aspect of, he said, never before in a time in the electrified age were you able to broadcast simultaneously. If you broadcast in, you know, on TV in the US, then you broadcast later on in Russia, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was never a time simultaneously that there was simultaneous broadcast and you could be at a multitude of places simultaneously at the same time, because there still is a principle that you exist in those different places. Like, people are receiving your image and they're getting downloads and they're resonating with your voice and your energy. This is still a replication or representation of you. It's not outside of you, right? Where does the cyber realm exist? It's an ethereal realm that comes out of triple darkness itself. So there is a like Red said, the way the underpinning of the creation of the internet by itself, the undergirding of it was the porn industry. So people have been copulating with machinery, with a virtual realm, and creating entities and you know what I'm saying?
From way back
space
when.
for shit to, you dig what I'm saying? Like, huh?
From way back when.
From way back when. You dig what I'm saying? So the energy, yeah, to the date. The creational energy, the portals, the stargates, the black dots, whatever you want to motherfucking call them, all of that shit exists to be impregnated with content. The content is the projectile, right? The motherfucking energy. Yeah, the content is king. So which queen? The queen is the matrix. The queen is the matter. The queen is the net. The queen is the web. The queen is the queen is cyberspace. It's triple darkness. It's where motherfuckers come to reborn themselves.
It's
on
new.
This motherfucking internet.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
So, like I said, man, I don't want to oversell anything that we have to offer. You know, come get a piece of prophecy. I don't know what the hell motherfuckers is out here talking about. And it don't really add up. But this shit is 10 years and running. And it was 30 years before that shit. You dig what I'm saying? Ask around. Niggas is legend from different fucking time zones and different eras for different reasons. This shit is not normal. And it's like every day I feel like I'm just getting started. Because I ain't even give niggas the Law 44 in the book form yet. You feel me? And we have a mega million.
Yo, didn't you start the Law 44 well, you didn't start the Law 44 at the first Fear of a Black Planet 10 years ago. But I remember.
No, I had elements of the Law 44 in that lecture because that's when I did the whole prediction about Drake. And I explained to people what the relationship through Kanye West and Drake was. I did that back in 10 years ago, before they even knew what the fuck was going on. I explained that the Draco constellation, the precession of the equinox, the reverse of it, because everything at this fucking point was retro, was almost like the culture was retrograded, right? Because I ain't gonna get into all of that, but in the body, when you spot a white blood cell and a white blood cell becomes dominant in the body, that's signs of disease, that's signs of a death of a body. So hip hop being dead after the rulership of Eminem is not off in terms of a metaphysical sense, and the fact that whatever we dealing now is a rebirth. Because at one point, a white boy sat on the throne. When the motherfucking kings got dethroned in blood from the red and the blue out in LA, both kings died in the West. And as the elder Baba Samad said, you can't go western, right? Because this is the Western Hemisphere, and California is the Western West Coast. He said that's a mentor on top of a mentor. You can't go no further west in California. You dig what I'm saying? So the fact that motherfucking Lashaw, the Kings, the Herus get motherfucking murdered, and now you have a whole three king aspect of it. What was the premise of the Law 44? Red pill? Was it not the concept of the three kings?
It was built on the three kings, yes indeed.
So not only did you see the 44s pop up in the news last Friday, right, with Harvey Weinstein, but this past weekend for Memorial Weekend, what else happened? Who did they target next?
MLK.
Number 44, MLK.
That's right.
Right?
He died on
the same week last week, Hank Aaron, number 44, said, I'm not going to the motherfucking White House to meet Trump. And then you get this $444 million mega. And I told people that mega is a 44 resonator because it exists in 44 territories as well as Powerball. And the majority of the winners that have been winning it since we came back from the Virgin Islands, when I started writing a book about it, every fucking major mega winner of mega or Powerball, there's a 44 involved some way, somehow. Down to the fact that the nigga that won for 343.8, which is really 344, he bought the fucking ticket in the same spot that I play Lotto on 126 and Fifth Avenue with the Dominicans, the red brick fucking building. What are you talking about?
That's a factory.
And he was playing the same number for 25 years. He was loyal to his fucking number. And that's sad as shit, because I was telling people, look, you don't gotta be no crackers in Arkansas, Ohio to win that shit. You could bring that shit home to Harlem. Why can't we concentrate our metaphysical minds on manifesting them motherfucking numbers? If people is up in everybody else's business, why can't we tap into the universe and pull them numbers down as a collective quantum mind? So tomorrow at 11:11, we're going to do that. We're going to have a meditation, a quantum meditation, so we can pull down the numbers for Friday's 444 million mega. You dig what I'm saying? So you DM me, and I'm going to email you the Zoom link, and we're going to do an 11:11 meditation tomorrow night, put this quantum mind together, hack the universe, come up with the fucking numbers, right? On some X-Men shit, go into the future, get them shits, bring them shits back, put them on a fucking piece of paper, shut the fuck up, and take the fun and do for self. And stop fucking acting like, you know, niggas can't manifest. Like, what the fuck is this energy? Look, and all it, like, why I'm drinking all this motherfucking gold if I can't? Nah.
I got the Infinity Stones.
But look, yeah.
Look, we could go back in time.
Why you got the Infinity Stones?
We good.
Why you got the Infinity Stones if you're not running the universe?
I'm feeling that we could hack the universe.
Fuck out of here. This shit hackable, man. I'm showing niggas in real fucking time with this 44s. The universe is an algorithm, we got children watching us.
We got children watching us. We have children watching.
Okay. My apologies. I'm getting a little hype, y'all. I'm actually in the studio. I'm finishing a project, so I'm in artist mode. And
all right,
you know,
Barcelona. Okay.
Yeah.
Barbarian. Yeah. Okay.
My apologies to the children. Children, please do understand my passion. This is how much I believe in you. You understand?
Indeed.
This is how much I believe in you. And I'm saying we don't have to reduce ourselves to begging. We don't have to reduce ourselves to having handouts. We don't have to reduce ourselves to making excuses. We don't have to reduce ourselves to telling narratives that don't serve the further purpose of our future directives. You dig what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason that we got all of these products and all this information and we're not activating and cracking codes and hacking the matrix and just somebody sliding through. You know?
That's a fact.
It's free money. Let's go get it.
No. Wait. You know what happens when I know that we're cracking the matrix? When I get up in the morning on minty days and I go on the gram and I see that there's a 3-year-old in Harvard and they're melanated. Huh? Talk black to me. I'm talking about they got 6-year-olds in the 12th grade. They got a 9-year-old in Harvard. How is it that all of them are melanated though? Talk to me. If all of these white unvaccinated children are so rainbowish, you don't see no stories on them. Is Ellen DeGeneres neglecting them? I think not. They don't exist. So I know that we're cracking the code because the DNA is unlocking and these star seeds are being born geniuses. And the cheat code is just to keep them home and let them watch the videos and read the real literature and give them the straight information, and they're breaking through. If you have 9-year-olds in Harvard, family, okay?
Oh, 6-year-old in Oxford, 9-year-old.
If you have a 6-year-old,
melanin is popping. Like, if you really want a oh, my bad. The melanin out here is activated. The carbon is the charcoal, the activated charcoal, right? Because charcoal is coal and coal is carbon. So activated charcoal is activated melanin. You dig what I'm saying? And think of the fire that it generates.
That's a fact. Did you just transport? Yes. The hack is tomorrow at 11:11. Blue, you're getting a little blurry. You're getting a little blurry and choppy. Somebody said that they're watching colors. Stop watching that shit. Turn it off. Yeah, you, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna bust a move. I gotta go.
Yeah, it's time for you to plug in. It's time for you to plug in.
I said I gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah, he tapped into the 44 gigahertz. Huh?
I said it's
But
time
look,
for me to go.
I'm gonna let you get
Hear
back
me?
to the stool. That's right. Salute to you, King. I'm gonna wrap it up. All right?
Yes, son.
We're gonna
One.
continue to build. One. Yeah, so let the brother go ahead and do what he does. But yeah, it's you know, it's all good. Make sure y'all record this, save it or whatnot, so you can understand some of the information that was being dropped, because it was a lot of information just that was disseminated in a conversation. But what we're telling you is, at the lecture where you have pictures, we're not gonna give you memes. We never will present memes to you. All of the information has its source, it's verifiable, and we've been doing this strong for more, I could say 10 years long, because Blueprint 322 was with A.A. Rashid, Black Dot, Red and Blue Pill, Brother Ampu. That was in 2010. Our 10-year anniversary is coming up next year. Along with our 10-year anniversary for Know the Ledge Radio, we started that January 8th, 2010. First guest was Taj Tariq Bey, Raz Mariah Bey, and Dr. Phil Valentine. Second show guest was Dr. Sabi himself. Okay? That's how we started out our podcast in 2010, January 8th. So we got anniversaries coming, family. Okay? Y'all stay around, you know, just stay, you know, we'll keep you informed. But sign up to facts2020.org. That's the way that you stay in, that's how you stay in touch. That's the way that you're going to be able to move. Facts2020.org. Leave your email and sign up. You know what I mean? That's all you got to do is leave your email, and then you'll be contacted, and we'll move to the next phase. You know? But this lecture is going to be what the other lectures were, you know, prophetic, chock full of information, and, you know, the right information at the right time. It's all about timing. You know what I'm talking about? Everything is timing. So these are some interesting times. You know, this is the dog days of summer, and these are some very interesting times that we're living in. We are living in the Jubilee year of the 400th year curse, the ending of the 400-year curse, what was known as the Jubilee year, the year before 2020. You know what I mean? An election year, an electric year, you know, an elective year where people are being elected for rulership, leadership roles, and things of that nature. So this is a very critical year, and we got work to do. And the beginning of this summer, the beginning of our lecture season for the whole summer going into 2020 starts on June the 9th in Houston with Professor Griff, and then it goes on from there. So for all of the states that we, you know, mostly everybody on this line, you know what I'm talking about? If not your state, we in a state right next to it. So whenever you see us pulling up, the only thing that I would ask of the family is just to pull up, you know, just to make sure you pull up. Whenever we pop up in your town, pull up. It's one thing to see us on the phone, but it's another thing to see us in the flesh. It hit differently. You know what I'm talking about? You know, and we always got product, and we always have services. You know, I'm a walking Alibaba. I've been rubbing on lanterns for a long time. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a walking Alibaba. Whatever you want for sale, you could help. I could help Google it for you. We could find it, you know. So Houston is going to be dope. I'm going to be doing a live with Professor Griff tomorrow. So make sure you tune into that. Me and Griff are going to go in a little bit deeper on some things that are going on in the news. But, you know, it is what it is. Stop believing the hype. Stay focused. Stop being distracted. Don't let all of these memes and stuff like that on the internet, even if it's posted by people who, you know, you have trust for and whatnot, or they're newsworthy. We can't fall for stuff like that. That's a distraction. That's negative energy. There was a lot of negative energy that was released as a result, and it's showing me that there's a lot of depression. There's a lot of psychopathic anxiety. You know, it's a lot of people who have problems expressing themselves. It's a lot of jealousy. It's a lot of envy. It's all kind of stuff going on. And the internet is just showing, you know, the community keeps dropping the ball. You know? So, you know, stop believing everything that you hear and you see. What are you going to do when they pop up with Jesus in the sky and you niggas? What you going to do when what you going to do when they pop up with these UFOs and whatnot? You ain't gonna think nothing about impeaching Trump or none of that. Like, what are you going to do then? Because it's going to be some Magic Leap AR virtual shit, and people Project Bluebeam. Y'all niggas is falling for memes, you know? So we got, you know, is there any vests here? We got some new stuff on our site, you know? We got a whole summer thing coming. This is one of the pieces, you know? One of the vests we got. We'll do it customized. We're doing customizations, whatever your logo is or whatever, we put it right there for you. You feel me? And we have not the off-white, but the on-black. Not off-white, but on-black. It's a difference. You got off-white, which is the X, and then you got on-black, which is the plus, the cross, which makes the chaos symbol. You know what I'm saying? Chaos magic. And who but us represents chaos magic? Who? Talk black to me. Who represents chaos magic other than melanin? What represents chaos magic other than the shit that you see on the internet? Chaos magician. Never took a day off in kitchens. You know. So, can you have a real plate in the vest? Yes. You could put a plate right here. This is where you get your plate, you order your plate, and you put it right there. So you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? If you're scared, you know what I mean? Wear a tank top. You know what I'm talking about? Wear a white beater if you're scared. But if you want to look, if you want that militant cheek look, you know what I'm saying? If you want to do it militant, you know, militant bohemian, you put the goddamn vest on with the symbol. Chaos magicians. You feel me? Everywhere I go with that, I know I'm casting spells. I got the motherfucking chaos magician symbol. I'm just operating my magic. On black. Because if it's off white, then it's on black. That's 0 and 1. Off, on. White, black. So I'm completing a cipher. And when you put the cross on it, it turns into the chaos magic. It's a science to this shit. Everything that I got on is a science to this. This is all scientific. This is science. This is Bio 108. All of this is all, you know what I mean? All the way from the gemstones to the properties of the metals is all science. You know, all of this is science. All of these infinity stones, they mean something. You feel me? You gotta be a walking museum out this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Kings County. Wherever you go, you're a king in that county. Understand what I'm saying? Kings County. When my clothing line is Kings County Clothier. The premise behind it is wherever you find yourself, you are a king in that county. Hold on a minute. The ancestors call it again. Excuse me. Exactly. I'm gonna tell them that. They said to tell you, if the king leaves the castle, it's just an empty castle. It takes there's no longer, it's the king that leaves the castle. So you are the bag. You are the king. It's you. You're removing kingdom. Wherever your feet is planted. 10 toes down, nigga. Kings County. So it's not because I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? It's expanded. It's a triple entendre. So, you know. But we'll have Kings County in the building June the 8th. Also, for my family that's out there as well, I forgot to even mention that this weekend coming up, we're going to have a presentation and a live stream this weekend for American Gods. I have a series called American Gods that's a prelude to the Blueprint 322.2 that we'll be doing in 2020. So American Gods is getting into hip hop and godhood. All right. So make sure you go ahead and go to American Gods with an S .eventbrite.com and get your ticket. That's everybody that's out there right now. You're going to get a red pill presentation for about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours about the American Gods. We're going to talk about the series. We're going to talk about hip hop, and we're also going to talk about this 400-year jubilee year and whatnot, and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of other things. So make sure that you come and support. Make sure you come hang out with me on Sunday, June the 2nd. I think it's from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. You could watch me on your phone the same way that we're building right now. Only this is going to be private information. This is not for Instagram. This is not for public. This is going to be information that you give to students and people who are serious about learning and people who could retain information that's coming the way that it comes. So AmericanGods.eventbrite.com. If anybody could type that in the chat room, I would appreciate that. If I have any moderators in the chat room, also leave behind the Cash App, you know what I'm talking about, and also leave behind kingscounty.bigcartel.com so the family could go and visit that, you know. And I appreciate everybody. And like I said, tomorrow, Professor Griff, we're going to go in, we're going to build on some more stuff. Is the gold safe for children? Also, of course, the gold is safe for anybody because you have gold in your body right now. You have gold. You are made of gold. You're made of gold. So anytime you replace that with the liquid gold, it doesn't matter if you're a baby, and it doesn't matter if you're 100 years old. It's still going to do what it does. Make sure you put some sea moss in that body as well. You feel me? That's a good component to go with the gold. And make sure you put some good water, some alkaline, some clean water as well. So it's not just one thing. It should be a little combination of those things. AmericanGods.eventbrite.com, right? I'm going in. So I'm in study mode right now. You know what I mean? I got a lot of stuff on my plate. Houston, I'm going in. You know, but it's summertime. So we've been hibernating. And it's time to work. The Sabi doc is on and popping, and ain't going. Y'all need to stop. I mean, goddamn it, I'm ready to. I'm gonna unfollow and unfriend you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Just running around with all of this negative mind state about everything, and always sound so defeated Y'all give this European so much damn power. Y'all really secretly are scared of him. Y'all scared to death for him. Y'all have no smoke. You niggas want to sit in a no smoking section around him. You understand? And you always find excuses to back down and run away from the goddamn fight, nigga. You niggas are meaning to tell me that you're not willing to fight to tell a story? Come on, bro. And like niggas are so invested in the stories when they could have been put up some bread to make that shit happen a long time ago. I said be going in on YouTube, check them out. Do you know that me and I said were doing videos 10 years ago? Have you seen I said and Red Pill in 2009? Like, we go way back, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that just get into this stuff and y'all don't know the connection between everybody. But me personally, it's a connection. And this is one, there is no separation. We all revolve, like, no. I know everybody. What are you talking about? I don't know about you or whatever, but everybody, we all know each other. I done looked in the eyes of everybody. We all, you know, we all stood there, talked. Everybody. There's nothing going on outside of this universe, this star system. So, and we didn't come up talking about white supremacy. That's some new shit. That was not in the lexicon or the lingo when we were coming up as a collective. Like, I never heard that shit. That's something new for black people. So it's like, I could tell when shit began to, you know, it's chapters and it's when, you know, things begin to change for the weirdest, you know, and we're just in a weird place these days. It's a lot of weird movements. It's a lot of weirdos. It's a lot of weird shit going on. You know what I'm talking about? It's a lot of weird conversations. And people are really paying attention and unfortunately are being distracted by the most asinine, backwards thinking, out of context, analog conversations, movements, and egregores or trains of thoughts or collective thoughts that I've seen in my years of, you know, of breathing. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but people are going to wise up and they're going to grow up and they're going to learn and they're going to develop what is known as the art of discernment. Sometimes you got to, you know, waste time. And, you know, mentally masturbate and do shit like that and be stagnated and come up with excuses for not doing nothing, for not activating the God within you or the goddess within you, sitting around waiting for this shit to be on your story or your timeline. So you know what I mean? But not doing it on your time, not making it your timeline. Because that's when this shit really gets exciting. When you begin to live out your movie, when you begin to wake up to God within you and you begin to see your greatness, so you can appreciate the greatness that you see in other people, and then you can recognize when greatness is taking place all around you rather than not seeing the shit for the totality of what it is, only focusing on one individual or one person who you want to live vicariously through. So that's your favorite ball player on some Steph Curry shit. You don't want to recognize and appreciate the motherfucking contribution and the talents and the starship of whole goddamn Starship Federation and all everybody else around you. You just focusing on that one because you're not focusing on you. But once you start focusing on the greatness within you, once it starts becoming about you, and you know that you represent not just you, but the all, and everything is a reflection of reflection of you, and not only a reflection of you, but a reflection of something that's greater than you, something that you belong to, the same way that a drop of water belongs to the ocean, my nigga. Talk black to me. So how would you ever get offended, or how could you be intimidated, my nigga, or how could you duck from the glare of some other suns that are in your system, your solar system? You know what I'm talking about? Because that be the root to a lot of these niggas' diseases. I read into a lot of psychological disorders in the comment sections of that Nick Cannon post today, where people were really like, yo, I knew Nick Cannon was a sellout. I hate him. He can't do anything for us because he works with Viacom. I knew they wouldn't allow that to happen. I knew that's not what they were going to allow. And you niggas is claiming godhood. You claiming to manipulate, you claiming to have the mind, the Godhead, that you control reality, but here niggas is talking about what white man won't allow? Nigga, do you know how fucking, do you know how Savior is working in the spirit realm, and how in charge this nigga is of a whole bunch of shit? Nigga? Like, do you think this is out of his hands? What's wrong with people? Do you really think that everything, all of the pieces, that everything that's going on, this man is not working from the ancestor realm? You can't stop his story from being told. You can't stop him from being the deity that he is. You can't stop his iconic, you know, chiseling into the Mount Rushmore of, or maybe a whole new mountain. You're not gonna stop that. Nobody can stop that. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas are so invested in Nick Cannon. It's people alive that got this story. Nick Cannon is just a vehicle to record it. People need to get their minds right, bro. It's just showing me that we on completely different levels. And I can't fuck with niggas. It's not on my level. You understand? That shit is dangerous, and it's completely out of character. Y'all people give Europeans so much credit. Why? Why do you think they have anything to do with anything that we're doing? Why do you always put them in? Oh, they're stopping us. They're not allowing us on Facebook. Nigga, you don't exist on Facebook. The fuck is you talking about? You bigger than Facebook. How can they stop you from going? You bigger, you are Facebook. You make Facebook what it is. You build your own shit. Niggas know where to find you. They've been finding you for 30, 40, 50, 100 years. Do we know the times that we live in? Are we aware of the day and age that we exist? Is that shit fucking understandable that we exist in the future? Is that not understandable? Is that shit not clear? Is it not 2020 at this point? That we exist in the foreseeable future, what is on record and record books and in books written thousands of years ago. We in that right now. 2020 is in a few months. You got a supercomputer in your pocket, and quantum computers is running rampant. And niggas is scared of AI, but they won't identify the fact that when their ancestors were ADOS, the ADOS won't identify the fact that when the ancestors were picking cotton, AI popped up in the form of a motherfucking a cotton gin. And then it evolved into a full cotton machine, which then evolved into an industrial cotton machine that was automated. Then the shit blew up into some whole other shit that picked its own cotton, a goddamn machine. So what are you talking about? You niggas talking, it's called evolution. It's called a Moore's law. Things will evolve. People get caught up in the wrong conversations. Oh, AI is coming. Nigga, it's called natural progression. AI been here. Shit been automated. Yo, everything is automated. Nigga, are you on a train saying that? Are you in your fucking in your foreign saying that? Nigga, the car is automated. You could have been on a horse. You could have been with Little Nas X on the Old Town Road on a horse wearing Wranglers, nigga. You didn't have to be an AI in an automated machine. So it's just natural. Oh, the cars are going to be driving themselves. Nigga, we're in the future. The brother Idris Sandu came on Breakfast Club, came on Hot 97, and he explained that he was the African who coded that. He's the black man from the Terminator who wrote the Skynet code. He's the architect in the Matrix. If the black man accepted that role, that's him right there. He's an aspect of that. He's a code writer. He's one of the most important pieces that we have. If this was Game of Thrones, he's like I don't even know. He's like the midget, maybe. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But he's an important piece. He said he wrote the code for the automated cars. So can anybody get in touch with the brother? Because, you know, we built with him. But let's sit down and put together something complete. And then we could go and sit down with the brother and build with him and say, yo, we need something automated as well. Because I don't know what time niggas be on. I was just in Brooklyn and people were complaining about all of the new buildings. And I was like, I hear what you niggas are saying, but look, I'm not ever going to put myself outside of any building in New York City. You understand? The shit don't even make sense.